this cinematic interview. This is probably the only chance you have full control of your visuals as a documentary filmmaker, since the rest of the time you're actually just documenting with the available light you have in the current location, and the results may vary. So if this is the only chance you have full control of your results, let's make it epic, shall we? Welcome back to the channel. This is PH Daniel Sanchez, art director and creative entrepreneur. And if you're new to the channel, welcome, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to become a better visual artist. This is part 3 of my documentary filmmaking series. If you haven't checked out the other 2 videos, I will leave the links in the description. With that being said, let's get into the video. Let's just start off by defining what makes cinematic lighting. The answer to this is soft, diffuse light. The reason why is because you will preserve details, have a wide range of colors, remove any hotspots, create smooth transitions between highlights and shadows, and this will result in great quality visuals. For our main key light, we're going to use the Aperture 120D paired with the Lighting 2. I'm gonna leave the links on the description for all these items that you see on this video, and a quick disclaimer: if you decide to make a purchase from these links, these are affiliate links, meaning that I get a small commission and that way you can help support this channel. I always position my key light with a Rembrandt lighting pattern, which in my opinion, it allows me to keep a good balance between light and shadows, and it creates depth and contrast. You achieve Rembrandt lighting by positioning the light 45-degree angle from your subject, and if you do this right, it will create a triangle shape below the eye. This is known as the Rembrandt triangle, and it was named after the Dutch painter Rembrandt. If you want to learn more about Rembrandt lighting, I have 3 other videos in my YouTube channel if you want to go deeper on this subject. So how far should your key light be from your subject? A rule of thumb is having your subject positioned as far as the size of your light modifier, meaning if you have a 60-inch octabox, your subject should be 60 inches away. The farther away you get from this sweet spot, you will lose power, and also you will create hard-defined shadows, resulting in bad quality visuals. That being said, for example, if you have a small light modifier, you might only be able to light the head area. Hence, consider buying a bigger light modifier. Here's a bonus tip if you own the Lighting 2. Use both diffusion panels in order to achieve even softer light. In my opinion, the softer the light, the better, but that's subjective. There will be times that you will have to position your light farther away in order to get punchier and edgier light. As far as how much power do you need from your key light, that's determined by your background. You first expose the background and then your subject. If your background is too dark, consider filling it up with extra lights. We use these RGB tube lights from the company Nanlite. These are quite pricey, but they are very versatile. They have an internal battery that lasts around 2 hours, so that means that we can even take this setup outdoors. Finally, I add a second softbox at full power behind the subject in order to add separation. This is not required, but I just love the outline that it creates behind the subject. This is also the same reason I like having lights in my home studio, because it helps add separation. I always shoot my interviews with 2 cameras. I have 2 Sony a7R II set up with S-Log 2 in order to have that extra dynamic range when color grading. The first camera is going to be a wide-angle shot, and the second one is going to be a close-up at eye level. For the first camera, I have a 24-70 G Master lens, and for the close-up I have an 85mm 1.8 Sony lens. I have both cameras shooting the shadow area, as it's the area with most contrast. I always have 2 cameras recording at all times because sometimes people make mistakes, sometimes they take long pauses. So when I take my interviews to post-production, I can cut out the blank spaces and have a seamless narrative. With this technique, you can make anyone sound professional, by the way. When it comes to audio, our only goal here is to capture clean audio. You can achieve this by using a lavalier mic or a shotgun mic. What we are currently using in our events is a DI-TS Mic 2 connected to a Zoom F4 with phantom power. This mic won't work without phantom power, so make sure that you have the right recorder. Here's a quick tip on how to position your shotgun mic. Think of it as if you were talking to another person. You're not gonna be too close or too far. Then you're gonna have your mic pointing to the throat as opposed to the mouth, because this is going to give you more consistent results. If you don't have a shotgun mic or you don't have enough time to set this up, you could also use a lavalier mic, which also is going to give you clean audio. I use a Tascam Dr 10L, it's a portable recorder and it's by far my favorite piece of equipment. You can carry this little guy in your pocket and the battery could last around 6 hours. That's 6 hours of clean audio. Make sure you monitor the audio levels before start shooting, because if they are too high they're gonna clip and this cannot be fixed in post-production. And there you have it, the cinematic lighting setup. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, and if you want to stay updated with this series, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when the next video drops. Question of the day: how much are you willing to spend in lighting equipment? Leave your answers in the comments below. This is PH Daniel Sanchez and I'll see you next time.